Hi, this is Ramchan from onlinemathforall.com, and in this video we are going to see how to solve a quadratic equation by using the method factoring. To solve any quadratic equation, usually we have three methods. So before we are going to start our problem, so first let us see what is the general form of a quadratic equation. So we all know the general form of a quadratic equation is ax square positive bx positive c is equal to 0. So in any quadratic equation, we will find x square term, x term and constant term, the three terms. Sometimes the middle term will be missing, or sometimes the third term will be missing. Okay, however, we must have this x square term in any quadratic equation. So in this quadratic equation, we will have two values for x. Since the highest power of any quadratic equation is 2, we will be getting two values for x if you solve quadratic equation. And to solve any quadratic equation, we have three methods. The first one is going to be factoring, and the second method is going to be quadratic formula, and the third method is going to be completing square method. Okay, even though we have three methods to solve any quadratic equation, now we are going to see the first one, that is factoring. Okay, now let's look at an example that says how to solve a quadratic equation by using the method factoring. Okay, now let's consider an example x square positive 5x positive 6 is equal to 0. So in this quadratic equation we have three terms, x square term and x term, then the last one is constant term. So if you want to solve any quadratic equation by the first method, by using the first method factoring, you have to consider the last term or constant term. So in our example we have the constant term positive 6. So to solve this quadratic equation by using the factoring, by using the method factoring, so first we have to factor the constant of positive 6 into two factors. So now let us get all the possible set of factors for positive 6. Positive 1, positive 6, negative 1, negative 6, positive 2, positive 3, negative 2 and negative 3. So we have four sets of factors for positive 6. Okay, so for each set of factors we have to check two things. One is the multiplication of the two factors must be equal to the constant of positive 6, and the addition of those two factors must be equal to the middle term positive 5, I mean the coefficient of x. Okay, now let's check the first set of factors, that is positive 1 and positive 6. So when you multiply the two factors positive 1 and positive 6, you are getting positive 6, but when you add the two factors positive 1 and positive 6, you are getting positive 7, but we have positive 5 at the middle. So the first set of factors doesn't work for this particular problem. Okay, now let's move to the second set of factors. They are negative 1 and negative 6. So when you multiply these two factors, negative 1 and negative 6, you will be getting positive 6. And when you add these two factors, negative 1 and negative 6, you are getting negative 7, but we have positive 5 at the middle. Okay, now so the second set of factors also doesn't work. Okay, now let's move to the third set of factors. We have positive 2 and positive 3. When you multiply these two factors, positive 2 and positive 3, you are getting positive 6, that is positive 6, that's a constant term in the quadratic equation. So when you add the two factors positive 2 and positive 3, you are getting exactly the middle term positive 5. So I hope the third set of factors work for this particular problem. So now we can check the fourth set of factors also. When you multiply the fourth set of factors, negative 2 and negative 3, you are getting the constant of positive 6, but when you add the two factors, negative 2 and negative 3, we get positive negative 5, but we have positive 5 the middle term. So the fourth set of factors also doesn't work for this particular problem. So only the third set of factors, positive 2 and positive 3, work for this particular problem, because when you multiply the two factors positive 2 and positive 3, we get the constant term in the quadratic equation, that is positive 6, and when you add positive 2 and positive 3, we get the middle term positive 5. So after getting such two factors for any quadratic equation, so now to get the value for x, we just have to change signs of these two factors. So if you change sign for positive 2, that will be negative 2, and if you change sign for the next factor positive 3, you'll be getting negative 3. So the two solutions for the given quadratic equation x square positive 5x positive 6 is negative 2 and negative 3. The solution set is negative 2 comma negative 3. I hope the students have understood well. So for more videos like this, please visit www.onlinemathforall.com. Thank you.